This video covers the chapter Introduction to Lists in Python, which is a chapter in the Python for Beginners tutorial available on learn.microsoft.com website. Lists are data structures which store values of the same type. So, for example, if I want to store the names of 8 planets of the solar system, one way could be that I assign name to I create one variable per planet name and then assign planet name to that variable. Like in this case, planet 1 is Mercury, planet 2 is Mars, planet 3 is Earth, and so on. The other and better way is to create a single variable and put all the values inside that variable. So that variable could be list. For example, like in this example here, instead of creating different variables for each planet, create a single variable called planets and make it a list by creating square brackets and then putting names of each planet in the list. So Venus, Earth, and so on. So once you do this, you can then access each element of the list through using what is called indexes. So indexes start with value 0. So planets 0 would give you the first element of the list, which is Mercury. Planets 1 would be the second variable. Planets 2 will be third variable, and so on. So just to show you how it looks like, if I start printing these values, so print planet 0, print planet 1, and print planet 2, and then I can also print the entire planet list. If I run this after saving it, you will see that I can access individual elements of the list as well as the entire list. So the tutorial talks about how to use indexes to get the values. And there are methods available, for example, len, which gives you the length of the list. So I can do print len planets, and that will give me how many elements are there in the list. So for example, I see 3 here. Then we can add the values in the list using append method, and I can remove the values using pop method. So planets.append, say Mars, and if I now print again planets, I should see Mars in the list. And if I want to remove a planet, so I can do planets.pop, and I think I can give a variable, the element which I want to remove. Let's see. I haven't tried this before. No, it doesn't work like that. So pop is just the element. It probably removes the last element. Let's see. Yep, so it removes the last element from the planet. If you want to see what all methods are available inside a list, go to docs.python.org website and look for list, and there you can see all the elements which are available. For example, like pop. So if I look into this documentation, the right way probably would have been providing the index which I want to pop. So rather than saying Earth, if I want to remove Earth now, and the Earth will be first 0, 1, 2, second element. If I remove that, then I should see Mercury, Venus, Earth is gone now. So Mars was added, that becomes 4, and then Earth was removed. So now I see Mercury, Venus, and Mars. The next chapter is an exercise which you can run in the on the website itself by activating the sandbox, and it's pretty straightforward. Basically create a list and then print it, something which I have showed you already. and then it has examples of adding a planet to the list. Then just like in this example or the previous example, I created a list of strings. I can create list of numbers as well, like in this case, the gravity on each planet, and then making a list for of numbers instead of strings. And then I can use functions like min and max, which work on numbers. So I can use min function, for example, to find in a list which is the minimum value, and I can use max function to find what is the maximum value in the list. So let's just try them out. If I just copy this and remove the previous code, if I do min gravity on planets, and then I do max gravity on planets, and if I print them, then I should see the minimum and the maximum value. So the maximum value is 2.36 and the minimum value is 0.377. So these are some methods you can use on a list. And then the next chapter is again an exercise on how you can work with the list with numbers. So I missed one chapter, which is manipulate list data. It talks about how we can slice and dice the list. So let's say if I have a list of planet names, then I can use planets square bracket 0:2. What it does is it will give me the 0th and the first element of the list. So going back here, so if I just say print gravity on planets, and if I want the first two elements only, then you start with 0. You say 0:2. So the last element is not included in the result. And now if I print it, I should see 0.378 and 0.907. So that's how I can slice a list. I can also join two lists. So if I have, say, planets list 1 is equal to Mercury, Venus, and if I say planets list 2 is equal to Earth, Mars, then I can do planets L1 plus planets L2. If I can give it another, assign this to another variable called planets. And after print planets, I should see the combined results of list 1 and list 2. Let's see. Yeah. So that's a short introduction to lists. Thanks for watching.